So we are going to look in detail at some examples which show chemical change. Here we have taken calcium carbonate, which is nothing but limestone or marble, you can say, or shabat stone, in a test tube, and we are heating it. We're just strongly heating it. So on heating, calcium carbonate gives out carbon dioxide gas. So the gas gets liberated, and we can find out whether this gas is really carbon dioxide if we pass this gas through a test tube containing lime water. And we know that if the lime water turns milky, it simply tells us that the gas that is getting into it is carbon dioxide. So by doing this test, we confirm that one substance that is evolved when heating calcium carbonate is carbon dioxide. And what is left behind that powder is calcium oxide, commonly called as lime. So we can see that new substances like carbon dioxide and lime are formed from calcium carbonate. So it's a chemical change. Another example is if zinc plate is taken and of filings whatever, and it's put into a solution of copper sulfate. We know copper sulfate is a bluish color solution, and this is a zinc rod or a plate that is dipped in it. After some time we will notice that the zinc plate is covered with a reddish substance of copper, and this is another type of chemical change. Now why does that happen? It's because there is a chemical reaction taking place between the zinc and copper sulfate, and zinc being most reactive, it pushes the copper out and it takes its place, and therefore new substance zinc sulfate and copper is formed. So again here, since new substances are formed, this is called as a chemical change. The substances taken in the reaction is zinc and copper sulfate, and these two are called as the reactants, while as the new substances formed zinc sulfate and copper are called as the products. Another example of a chemical change is the reaction between potassium chromate, and here we have the formula for potassium chromate, K2CrO4, and barium sulfate, whose reaction is BaSO4. So what happens when you take these two and react them with each other? Now you can see here in a dropper here I've got potassium chromate, which is a yellow color liquid, transparent liquid, okay, and in this test tube here below I've got barium sulfate, which is a colorless solution. When added into water it becomes colorless. Now if potassium chromate is dropped dropwise into this, you will find a white yellowish color precipitate formed. Precipitate is a substance which you cannot see through, okay, so a precipitate is formed over here, and the precipitate is of barium chromate, and also potassium sulfate is formed. Okay, this is a double decomposition type of reaction. You have already studied it last year. Okay, so the K plus ions, whose valency is 1, reacts with SO4 ions, whose valency is 2, and therefore you have K2SO4. Just to understand how the two products are formed, here you can see K2CrO4 splits up into its ions, which is K with a positive 1 valency, and CrO4 whose valency is -2. Whereas BaSO4, Ba, its valency is +2, and SO4, this radical, is -2. So when they are in solution, they both split up into their ions, and potassium and sulfate, they join together and like this, and you know the valency of the sulfate comes at the foot of potassium, therefore you have K2SO4. Similarly, Ba whose valency is +2, and CrO4 whose valency is -2, they cut off each other and you got BaCrO4. One more example of a chemical reaction is mentioned in your book, is what happens when sodium carbonate, that is washing soda, and calcium chloride, when they are brought together and their reaction takes place. So I have here sodium carbonate, washing soda dissolved in water, and here we got calcium chloride dissolved in water. And if we drop one of the two into the other dropwise, you can see a white precipitate is formed. And the substances formed when the reaction takes place is Ca, whose valency is +2, and CO3, whose valency is -2. They will cancel out each other, and a new substance CaCO3 is formed. Same way, Na, whose valency is +1, and Cl, whose valency is -1. They come together, Na and Cl, to form NaCl. And just to balance the reaction, we have got up 2 here. You know how we do that. So NaCl is common salt. It is not a precipitate. It will dissolve in the solution. So the precipitate has to be of calcium carbonate. So white color calcium carbonate or limestone or chalk or marble, etc. is formed. You can see this.